Hey everyone, welcome to another video. I'm going to be showing you everything about the new EAFC 25 that I like about career mode. So we're going to go how to set it up, the options of setting it, one or two features that I like that I found already, and we're going to go through it and show you direct, step by step on how to set up the game, how you want to set it up. So let's get straight to it, and I'm going to show you how to set it up, the new features right now. So when you load up the game, these are the options that we have. They're split into different categories, but we'll go through them all. So the quick settings are all, if you just want a quick set up the game, these are the basic settings. We're actually going to skip and go through them step by step a bit more better and accurate for us. So match length, you can set it what you want. These are my default setting. Yes, I play semi-pro. I do check out the pro sometimes. It's really important that this down here, the youth tournament, is set to correctly in here, because you can't change it once you start. And I'll explain a bit more about the youth tournaments and why they can be potentially so important. So I normally set mine down to 3 minutes. You got plenty of time there. It's too long otherwise, and it can get a bit boring. You can set the players to be current overall or full potential while you're playing with them within the youth squad. And that's really important to get a feel of how you want to feel in the game. Do you like the way they play? Do you not like the way they play? Are they set up correctly to the way you play the game on your style of football? So I always put mine to full potential. So when they do actually hit that, they ask what you're actually feeling and playing with is the actual potential of the full player. Simulation, look, you can put different things on, which are quite cool, put it a bit interesting. I do put weather effects on. I do put it on medium, the wind effect. And game type classics, you can take, so it's more simulation style. You've got the classic simulation. So it changes the sliders within the game. Again, you can customize the sliders as well if you wish to do so. It's entirely up to you. Now on to the training program, the training aspect of the game. Some people like the training, some people don't. I wasn't a big fan of the training. I think it hindered the gameplay and I'd rather it off. So I normally have mine always full, or you can have it at a fixed rate, okay? So the difference between always full is quite self-explanatory. They will always be 100%, 100%. I don't want that because it's harder to rotate players. For me, if you have a fixed rate, this will go up a fixed amount of times, a fixed amount of percentage per game. So it's entirely up to you how you would like to do this. For me, this is a better opportunity to maybe rotate one or two youth players in, get them in and how you would like to set them up, and get them used to the gameplay, really. So for me, a fixed rate is a bit more better. If you're going to keep it on, you can decide on how realistic the rates you would like. So you can have a default, you can have a light, you can have a realistic. Again, they give you multiple options on how to complete this and what you would like from it. Training plan, again, you can do only automatic, you can do only manual, you can do a bit of both. There's so many things you can do with this career mode in FIFA 25. Sorry, EA 25. That is so good and definitely something that should have been implemented a long time ago. Players drills, you can turn them on and off, etc, etc. Development of senior player rate, this is really important. I always keep that on just so you're aware, just in case. It can give a little bonus if you're simulating games in the harder matches. For me, development rate, I always have my youth on fast, simply because I want them to develop. This gives a 25% boost to them players in a faster period of time. So for instance, if it takes them 3 seasons to get up to a rated of 70, it'll do it 25% faster. You can work the math out on that. So it can really help. You can also do that for the senior players development. I always put them on both, yes. I play with a lot of youth in my team, so I want them to develop as fast as I can, make a profit, and keep going like that. Again, you are going to be seeing a lot more challenges coming from me. We normally base them over a 2-3 season period. And yeah, this can really help with that way we bring in youth players, etc, etc. Transfers. Now, this is a really good one if you would like to mess around with stuff. So, transfers active, yes, we always want transfers, but you can also disable them in terms of how you want to do that, but also disable for the first window. So you can give yourself a little transfer embargo. You can only do transfers only loans, but also they do transfer embargoes. For instance, if you're a certain city within a Manchester who might be a bit blue, with the 115 that are potentially there, you could have a bit of fun, and you can set this up to a maximum of 14 seasons. So you could give Man City, for instance, a 5-year transfer embargo, put them down into the championships where they can only sell players and they're unable to buy players, and you can destroy the club. This does not stop you signing youth players. It does not stop you signing youth players in your youth team, in your youth squad. So that is probably a different way. So you can give your team a 5-year embargo, and you can try and build up that team through the youth system. It might be a good way of doing things. It might be, again, a bit of content there for you. Negotiations. You can set them to light, realistic. This is the new feature, really, is the realistic aspect of it. Instead of being super hard, super low, they're realistic. You're not going to buy a player for super cheap, and you're not going to sell a player super high. That's the reason. That's the way they've done it. I kind of like playing with it on. It depends what you're doing. If you're doing a bit of content, you might not want this on at all. You may keep it on light or default. It depends on what you want. Transfer approaches, again, you can have them strict or loose. This is in there before, but yeah, that's never changed. Scouting. A lot of people don't like scouting, and I like it. I think it's a good thing to do. You can have a little bit of time, but I do think it took a little bit longer. So what you can do, you can have it on, but you can change it to fast, normal. So you can change how you want it. You can have it on instant. So as soon as you search it, it'll show you instantly, which you may as well just have it off. Search on players, again, you can generate the faster and faster and faster on how you want it to do. Search players should always be on, personally. I don't know why you'd want that to turn off. It's a bit weird. And the general settings then, it's just the general gameplay in terms of strictness of the board. For me, fantastic new setting. No sackings. We cannot get sacked. So that means you can do content creation without being sacked midway through, like the stupid board challenges of not signing an under 18-year-old from Africa who's playing with a left foot who can do 3 pirouettes within 1 minute. Something stupid like that. These board expectations where you can get rid of them and you can turn them off and you're unsackable. They will still be there in the game, but if you get like a 1 score, you're not going to get sacked, so it doesn't really matter. Again, international jobs or on and off. European competitions, same as last time. Financial takeovers, you can give yourself $1 billion. And again, you could change the currency. So that's how you can set up the game. Now I'm going to show you inside the game 1 or 2 little features that I like, that I found so far. And then we can potentially update you very soon on anything that has or hasn't changed within the game. So as you can see, I've started playing a little bit of with a Manchester United career mode. I am a United fan. Yes, you can all laugh and make fun if you wish, but this is it. This is what we've got. This is the new layout. If you press left trigger, as you can see at the top, you've got a bit more of a vertical standing where you can get a little bit more shortcuts and stuff like that. At the top, if you use the bumpers, you can slide across to each section. On the home page, you have a task list, which is really good. I like it. It's very easy to use. You can press advance and everything pops up here in order of what you would like to do, from transfers to mail to anything you want. Will all pop there. On the right hand side, you can see, as you can see, I'm scrolling by using my right stick, the social media aspect of this game that has now come into this. You can show the comment section of it, which I quite like. You've got the biggest people in the world of Twitter on there in terms of football knowledge, and that is Fabrizio Romano, and I can only say it's about time he got onto the game. You got The Athletic, you got many other journalists as well in there. Absolutely fantastic thing to have in the game, up to modern standards, because let's be honest now, we all know modern day media ain't it. They ain't up to date, they ain't part of it. Get them gone. So that is the general screen. I really like it. Really good thing from EA here. Absolutely fantastic. So now moving on to the squads, and as you can see, it's very basic. The one thing I do like, you got more substitutions now. Absolutely fantastic. About time that we're able to fill the bench a bit more and use the bench, because we can use 5 subs, and last time you could have 6 players on the bench. Well, now I can actually put a keeper on the bench, because I never used to put a keeper on because I wanted to play more players. So this is now the options that you have. You can put up to a lot more on there. So what's that? You can have 9 subs. Come on, we got there in the end. Woo! We can have 9 subs on the bench. Another good feature now is the tactical side of it. You can save your tactics and go through there. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what you can do. When you open the tactics app, on the left hand side you got your presets of what you wish to do and how you would like to do it, in terms of how aggressive, wide, how balanced you want to play, etc, etc. You can change them. So I'm going to keep mine custom. On using the right stick, then you can play setup without the ball, with the ball, and obviously the details of how each player and how you would actually look to do. So I'll show you, for instance, if I go to, once I go over to player role, you'll be able to change this to how you want. Okay, so there's a bit of a bug where it says custom at the top, but that's without the ball. That's with the ball, and that's the details of that. So you can select a player, and you can select of how you want him to play with and without the ball. And you can select on how you want to do it, deep laying, holding, whatever you wish to do. You can do that with all these players. It gives you a bit more of a better understanding of how you would like to play. Again, I don't know why that's over there. That could be a potential little bug. There you go. That's how I want it. I want an attacking winger, for instance, with the ball, and hopefully this will transfer well to how you would like to play. It's a very good feature to have. Really like it within this game. I'm not really going to go into the transfers much on this. Nothing's really changed, just apart from the layout of it. Nothing's really changed within the transfers. I am going to go straight to the academy, because this is where a lot of it has changed within the youth side of the game. So I'm going to start with youth scouts, and as you can see, I've sent 3 scouts off. I'm going to work with the first 2 because you can see them. My camera is in the way for the other one. And what you can do, you can have up to 4 positions scouted within one area. Okay, so for instance, I've sent my scout off to Argentina. I've asked him to search for 3 positions, and this will be my advice to you: no more than 3, even though you can do 4. And the reason is, you can specifically ask for a certain style of player in 3 out of the 4 positions. So for me, I would rather search for 3 key positions where I would like to search for, i.e. a right, a left mid, and a striker. Both of the wingers are inverted forwards, and the striker then is an advanced forward. Again, I have sent another scout off to Wales, up the Welsh. Let's go. On the right back situation, and the left back, I want both attacking wingers. And then I want a ball playing centre back for the youth system to carry on with my style of gegenpressing football. If I were to then go for a centre defensive mid, I would not be able to select a specific style of centre defensive mid that I would like. So my advice is, absolutely love this, by the way, from EA and the people over there, to put more effort into this style of career mode. This is so important, because you're seeing this in the real game more. You're seeing clubs go for younger, more promising players at an earlier age to bring them through, to mold them through. So this is definitely in tune with the current style of working or management within football and signings these days. My advice is 3 positions, 3 specific areas and styles, 1 area. You can do 4 if you wish, that's entirely up to you, but that would be my advice. You can select, for instance, if you have a right winger, you can select 2 different styles depending on what you wish. So you could have a right winger, a left wing, you could have inside forward and a winger, and you could have left midfielder as just inside forward. So you kind of have multiple styles of or technicalities of the style of player as much as you wish. I really like this feature, and I thank you for bringing it in. In terms of the development tab, nothing's really changed, apart from you can get extremely young players in now. You can get them from the age of 14 onwards, and I think this is a great feature because the youth team is meant to be youthful, not from the age of 16 where you're actually a teenager. So for me, absolutely fantastic. And the next big thing is youth tournaments, okay? These end within about 3 months, okay? So it's every 30 or 40 days you're able to do one. So my advice is get them done, because it really, really improves your players. This is the best way of finding out if your player is going to be better enough, good enough, fit enough, strong enough, and technically good enough to play in your side at their peak. Because remember now, in the settings, we set it so they're able to just play on their max potential. This is definitely something that they've worked on really hard within EA, and I really do thank them. It is a 5-a-side game. It's like Kick and Rush. 3 minutes max for myself. That's where I keep it to. And it's definitely the way forward to progressing your players, but also understanding how they work. Brilliant feature they brought in. Definitely need to try it out. Definitely use it if you want to use your youth players at a younger, better, more promising age. I think this would actually really work for lower teams where they're able to bring in young youthful players and flip them for a big amount of cash when they hit the potential. So I definitely think this could be really used really well. So all in all, that is my opinion of the game. Absolutely fantastic. There's some of the features that I like about it. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know. We are going to be doing a lot more FIFA content. With all these changes, I think you're able to do it a lot better now with the no sackable feature. So let me know if you want me to do any FIFA content that can make us go to, I don't know, different countries, different places, and hopefully you can let me know what type of content you want, but also challenges. Let me know what teams you want me to use and see if I can sim them to be a #1. Thanks again for watching. Take care, much love. Peace.